New Vulcan is dead ahead, Captain. We better be ready.
Hey guys, I'm joined by Brian Miller, who's a game producer on Star Trek from Paramount Pictures. Welcome, Brian.
Thank you so much.
Tell us about Star Trek. I mean, it was at E3. We saw a great demo there. What are you showing at Gamescom?
Well, we've got another great demo to show here at Gamescom, but also we introduced, and you can see behind us, a brand new trailer for the game. We'll really start to set up some of the story, introduce our villain in the Gorn, and show people some new gameplay that we haven't shown before.
I mean, obviously you've been working pretty closely with the guys on the new Star Trek film, and we're seeing more details announced about that. Tell us a bit about the collaborative process of working with those guys.
Sure. You know, we started on this game now over 2 years ago, and by the time the game comes out, probably about 3. And we got together as a studio with the filmmakers and said, you know, we really need to make a great game, because at all of our hearts, we are big gamers. And we wanted to make sure we didn't fall into the classic trap of just making a movie game, which has a lot of, you know, a lot of them haven't really worked well. Some of them have been great, but for the most part, they haven't lived up to what they should. And we've been working closely with them from day one, not only on the story, but also on all of the assets that go into a game like this, because we really want to make a completely authentic version of Star Trek. So we've worked with the costume people, the production designers, creature designers, ILM, who's the effects house on the movie, have provided all their assets for the Enterprise and the screens. We have all the actors from the movie coming back for voice and likeness, so when you see Spock and you see Kirk and Scotty, it is Chris Pine and Zach Quinto and Simon Pegg. So it's really trying to make this the ultimate Star Trek game.
And you've been doing voice recordings very recently, you were saying?
Absolutely. We had Chris and Zach and Simon in not that long ago, and one of the great things about working with them, apart from the fact that they're unbelievably talented, is we did a session with Zach, who plays Spock, just a few weeks ago, and there was a moment during the session where he turned to me, he was like, hey Brian, Spock wouldn't say this, he would say it this way. And he was like, are these notes okay? I'm like, absolutely, you know Spock better than anybody, so if you can bring that kind of level of detail to us, it really will help make this game stand out.
Tell us, one of the interesting things about the Gamescom demo that we just run through is just how much you guys are fans of like Uncharted and that sort of stuff, and Batman, you were saying.
Sure, you know, we are fans of a lot of the games that all of us play, and you know, we look at games like Uncharted and Arkham and Gears of War and Mass Effect, and those things really inspire us from gamers. And we started this process, it was like, let's look at all the games that we love and that inspire us, and sort of figure out what works for them and how do we make that a little more Trek. So, for example, in our game, we have a great piece of technology that's always been in Star Trek in the tricorder, which is a great way to sort of explore your world around you, make it very interactive. So not only can you use it to help the story along and help gameplay, but you can learn about the species and the planets that you've gone to, which ultimately is what Trek is about.
So where are we at right now with release and that sort of stuff? The new movie's coming out next year, I believe. Do we have any firm details on that yet?
Yeah, the movie's coming out beginning in May of 2013. Our game comes out early 2013 before the film. But the game really is sort of a standalone property. It really is a unique and original storyline that we've been working on that you wouldn't have to have seen any of the movies, but you know, obviously we love everybody who goes to our films, but you know, it really is a unique cinematic experience that we're proud to, you know, bring out into the world.
Good stuff. And have you got anything in the bag that you can kind of tease about what we might see from the game ahead of release? Any multiplayer, anything like that?
No multiplayer plan, but we're really a huge co-op game, and it really is about allowing the player for the first time to play as Kirk and Spock and actually have to work together in order to, you know, solve this ultimate threat, which are the Gorn trying to take over the galaxy.
All right, good stuff. Thanks for your time. You can find out more about Star Trek. There's a new trailer, as Brian said. Go and head over to GameSpot.com.